It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. Matt Popchock here from the Mount Lebanon Ice Center, 20 minutes south of downtown Pittsburgh on a chilly night in western Pennsylvania. And now that our tech has effectively thawed out, we can bring you PIHL Class 3A hockey between the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils and Peters Township Indians. We apologize for the preceding technical difficulties, but if it's any small consolation, you've missed nothing, as nothing is across for either side with 11 and a half to go in period one here in Mount Lebanon. Peters Township attacking right to left on your TV, computer, or mobile device, as Sam Shin is the netminder tonight for the Blue Devils. Anthony Herman, the former Baldwin product, gets yet another start in goal for the Peters Township Indians. You see him down to the right. Herman coming off a 37-save effort despite taking the loss to Seneca Valley on Tuesday night. Peters Township just saw their three-game win streak snapped. Mount Lebanon with points in 3 of their last 4, but they've lost 3 in a row overall and trying to climb out of the Class 3A cellar, as the Indians on Tuesday missed an opportunity to gain ground on the state champs from Seneca Valley. They remain in second place with a 7-3 0-1 mark. Bring this puck through center for the Blue Devils. Zach Lynham, the senior defenseman, tied up on the half wall by Carter Maneely, the sophomore. Played back to center by Nick Caputo. Eric Schleiper defensively for Peters Township. He's chased and flagged down by Sean Huff. Huff with 3 goals in his first varsity campaign. Scored in his debut game in this building against Class 3A co-tenant South Fayette. Indians working around out front. It's loose in front of goaltender Shin, and he plays that one aside. It was Shin's backup, Gus Zentner, who played in the last meeting between these clubs. A 3-1 Peters Township victory at Princecape Arena on the 25th of November. His counterpart, Herman, made 22 saves in that particular victory for Peters Township. Played inside the line by Huff to Ben Kurta. Kurta with a 3-game point streak since his return to the Mount Lebanon varsity lineup on November 3rd. And that's a big story for both these teams. Both teams getting players back recently, whether it was from other hockey commitments or other fall sports commitments. Brady Holleran coming back to the lineup, among others, for Peters Township not long ago. And so both these teams are trying to reap the benefits of key additions, or re-additions as it were, to their respective clubs. Kubastek retreating for Peters Township, pressured by Will White. White with multiple points in 3 of his last 4 for the Blue Devils. Peters plays it up to center. Kubastek over the line. Kubastek trying to play it inside the circle. He's stood up neatly by Sam Eberhardt. And the alternate captain sends Mount Lebanon captain Xavier Bias the other direction. Bias, the Shaha Panthers standout and PIHL All-Star, didn't play the last meeting between these clubs. Just saw his 4-game goal streak snapped in Monday's tough OT loss to Fox Chapel. 6 goals, 9 points on the year thus far for the Mount Lebanon captain, as this puck was about to be played with a high stick, but the Blue Devils behind the net negate the call before the Indians regain possession. Cam Caruso over the line, exchanging with Holleran. That shot kicked aside by Shin. Josh Lehman in his senior season with the Blue Devils, coming off a junior hockey tour of duty with the Tri-State Spartans travel team based in Indianapolis. Up to center, Cole Newpaver. New Paver, one of those Peters Township returnees, just recently rejoining the team that we hinted at a couple of moments ago. That shot from the boards goes wide of goaltender Shin. New Paver played tight end on the Whippeal Championship football team for Peters Township before returning to the hockey club. And congratulations to the Indians on their second crown of the decade, by the way. Angelo Maeda, the junior defenseman, up to center. Jake Lawadi, the Indians' leading scorer, fires his puck off a Mount Lebanon body. Nathan Tran, the alternate captain, taking one for the team as this puck is iced by Lebo, and we get a look at goaltender Sam Shin. 2-4-1, 354 goals against, 870 save percentage, and just over 400 minutes of action. Another Shaha Panthers product, like Bias. Shin, a hybrid-style goaltender, very reflexive, very athletic. And we've seen him put up some big numbers just in terms of volume of saves in a number of his previous appearances. Under 6.5 to go in a scoreless first period here in Mount Lebanon. Matt Popchock with you for this standalone edition of PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Opeka Auto Repair. Tommy Dowden firing wide of goal from distance. Indians grab the rebound. Lawadi up top to Zach Manili. His shot is smothered and held by Shin. Shots even at 4 apiece. And how do you watch PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV? Well, right now you can watch on Watch. Yep, you heard that right. Log on to watch.tenband.tv and watch multiple live games and on-demand replays all at once. Again, that's watch.tenband.tv to watch your favorite PIHL team the way the hockey gods intended. Shin has to cover once again. Peters Township tilting the ice a bit, but trying to find an answer still for the Mount Lebanon sophomore. Carter Manili knocked to the ice off the face-off. Cooper Church, son of Mount Lebanon head coach Jeremy Church, plays it around the boards. Church in his 5th full season behind the Mount Lebanon varsity bench after leading the program to its most recent Penguins Cup final appearance as an interim head coach in 2021. Peters Township coached for the 2nd straight season by Chris Claxon, a longtime assistant to the recently retired Rick Tingle. Caputo in front, and he puts that puck just wide in front of Sam Shin. Caruso with a keep. Caruso around Tran. Triple teamed along the near boards, and the Blue Devils exhaust the area. They'll go for a change in the final 5 minutes of the first. Kubistek with an unforced error. That allows Tran to play it up to Kurta. Kurta a little too strong for Huff. No icing. Well, we stand corrected. Scrates and Travado, tonight's USA Hockey crew, beg to differ with Media Row, so we'll drop it in the Mount Lebanon zone once again. Blue Devils with 7 points coming into Thursday night. Peters Township 22 points. Again, a couple of games at least behind state champion Seneca Valley for that top spot as the holiday break draws nigh. Huff behind the goal plate in front, loose, and they score! Ben Kurta smells like teen spirit, and the Blue Devils take a 1-0 lead. Kurta scoops up the loose puck and puts it through the 5-hole. Mount Lebanon striking first with 4.5 to go in the period. Make it a 4-game point streak for the senior. And he's got 3 goals now since returning to the Mount Lebanon lineup full time. Mount Lebanon on Monday scored 3 times in the first period in a span of 5:15 before losing that lead ultimately to the Foxes. Bias's shot off Manili, pardon me. Bias trying to play it out in front and pinball it off one of the Peters Township defenders. Couldn't get the bounce. And over the line for the Indians comes Dowden. Dowden taken off the puck by Charlie Bank and company. Lebo, for all their first half woes, they've been a strong first period team. 16 first period goals now, counting that tally by Curta. Second most of the 11 teams in Class 3A. They've just had trouble putting together that full 60-minute effort that coaches always look for. And to do that tonight to a longtime geographic rival would be a shot in the arm for a team that really could use one as they near the break. Dowden, in a delayed offside situation, gets rid of that puck. Kyle Quigley plays it up to Lehman. Will Varhola inside the Peters Township line. Varhola with the dump in, the full length this time. Delayed offside against the Blue Devils. Peters unable to advance that puck much further, however. Powers on the counterattack, forcing the save by Herman. Anthony Herman coming into his own with this Peters Township program. 6-2-1, 232 goals against entering Thursday. .916 save percentage, both ranking third among AAA netminders coming into Thursday's action. Had a .925 save percentage in the PIHL Charities Tournament, in which the Indians were finalists. Peters sends his puck behind the Mount Lebanon goal. Hard hit in the corner by Cam Mayer on one of the Indians. Caruso unable to play this puck, and it comes up to Curta. Curta up the right wing with space. Curta has Huff going to the goal, forces the save by Herman. Caruso up to center. Mount Lebanon with a dump in. Blue Devils go for the change. Final 2 minutes of first period play. Mount Lebanon jumping on top of Peters Township 1-0 at home on Ben Curta's third goal of the season. Bias scoops this puck up inside the offensive zone. Deflected toward goal, and Bank was unable to finish that friendly bounce. Newpaver stood up behind his own net by White. Blue Devils take over. Newpaver retaliates against Bias. Kubistek in his own corner takes the hit but makes the play. Maeda try to play it up to center. Kovac, the Peters Township captain, taking matters into his own hands. Kovac in his senior season with the program, younger brother of former state champion and all-star Ben Kovac, an integral part of back-to-back Penguins Cup teams. Loose puck in front of Shin. Indians couldn't ram it home, and Kovac had a grade A chance to do so with Shin down and out. Maeda from distance. That's kicked out of there by Sam Shin. Kovac trying to fire at those green Shaha Panther goalie pads. And it's deflected out of play. This game, one of only 2 Class 3A games on the Thursday night schedule in the PIHL. Tran and the Blue Devils with a clean face-off win in their own end. Zach Manili retreating with half a minute to play in the period. He sends it in on Shin. Pierce Conrarty defensively for Lebo. Mayer lets it go to Curta. Curta flips it to the corner. Indians with under 10 to go in the period. They've got to hurry and won't be able to. Blue Devils generating traffic in the neutral zone, and they'll be able to kill the rest of this period with a 1-0 lead over the Peters Township Indians. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Opeka Auto Repair.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Opeka Auto Repair in McMurray is what we hockey people call a seasoned veteran. Not only are they a proud supporter of Peters Township hockey on TenbandTV, but they've had the tools and the talent to get your car back into game shape since 1951. Trust the iCar trained technicians at Opeka Auto Repair in McMurray for your collision and mechanical repair needs and for the primary assist on your insurance claims. Call 724-941-6608 or visit opekaauto.com for a quick estimate. Matt Popchock here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by our friends at Opeka Auto Repair. First period shots on goal, Peters Township Indians 11, Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 8, where it counts. Lebo is ahead 1-0 on the strength of Ben Curta's third goal of the season. Officially, Curta from Mayer and Huff. With 4.5 to go in period one, the side switch has occurred. On to period two, as the Indians look to get back to their winning ways after Tuesday's close loss to Seneca Valley. Mount Lebanon, we told you about their result on Monday here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. They had a lead late, but lost it late, and ultimately lost in sudden victory OT to Fox Chapel, a Class 3A newcomer this season, after many years spent in the lower classifications of PIHL varsity. Fox Chapel coming into this week, the team just ahead of the Blue Devils in the Class 3A standings. White hit from behind by Newpaver. Lebo gets it up to center. Bias chases deep into Peters Township territory, out in front, and play just wide of the side of the net. That was White trying to elevate that puck under the bar, but it eluded the net and it eluded Herman. LaMagna for Newpaver. Conrarty, after some activity in the neutral zone, gets it up to center for Bias. Bias's quick pass a little too strong for White. Shea LaMagna, the sophomore, plays that puck up to center. LaMagna, second on the team in points with 15, 7 goals on his sophomore campaign. Chris Claxon wants to change on the fly early in period two as his defenseman Maeda plays this puck for the Indians. That outlet pass too heavy for Dowden. Conrarty from his own corner, kept inside the zone by Lawadi. Lawadi unable to get around Pierce Conrarty. Mount Lebanon 3 men strong. Conrarty with a dump in right into Anthony Herman's glove, and Herman will play it conservatively. The Indians need a big second here, down by a goal on the road. Seneca Valley scoring the only goal of that Tuesday night game in the second period vis-a-vis Leighton Moreau. Indians were outshot 20-3 in that second period, and Anthony Herman had to really stand on his head to keep it to just the one goal before Moreau added an ENG. Lynham sends it deep for Mount Lebanon. Schleiper reverses to play to Manili. Blake Avancic with it. Avancic with a toe drag. Couldn't get around Lynham, and pushing it wide is Dowden. Luati behind the Lebo net. Out in front, this puck is loose and swiped aside by Curda. Curda might have saved a goal there as Lebo skates up to center. Lynham lost that puck to Avancic. Indians on the counterattack. Avancic tees it up and fires wide over top of Shin, and the puck lands on top of the Mount Lebanon goal for a stoppage in play. The muckers and grinders out here for head coach Chris Claxon. Trying to give the Indians some energy physically, if not otherwise. Liam Powers with a dump in for Mount Lebanon. Turnaround shot. Stopped by Herman. Rebound collected by Carter Schaub. The freshman plays it up ahead a little too far for Barrett. Conrarty from behind his own goal. And this puck is into the visitors' bench for a face-off in Mount Lebanon ice. Barrett tied up in the circle. Indians have it. Caruso from the point. Off the body of Lehman. Indians have it in front. Turnaround try. Oh, what a save there by Shin. He stopped Schaub point blank to keep it a one-goal affair. Varhola unable to clear. From center, Caruso. Varhola around the boards for Kyle Quigley. Indians trying to clog the neutral zone as Kubastek now has this puck for Peters. Up to center for Schaub. Schaub couldn't take the outlet pass. Varhola uses the glass to his advantage to feed Bias. Bias for Bank. Bank to the goal. Unable to slide it around Herman. He was just barely unable to tuck it around that right leg pad of the Peters netminder. And the Indians' defense definitely had something to do with that as the Blue Devils play this puck back to center. Bank will get it deep. White will give chase. Caruso, the first man to it for the Indians. Turnover to Mount Lebanon. White with a shot. Herman juggles and freezes it. Indians with a number of absences tonight, just as they ironically get a couple of those key players back in their lineup. Peters Township without the services tonight of junior defenseman and alternate captain Brendan Monco, among others. He's been a fine player on that blue line for Peters this season. From the corner, up to center, it's played a Newpaver by Schleiper. Cole Newpaver to Eric Schleiper. Up to center for Holleran. Holleran has a trailer in LaMagna. Holleran very well covered as he sends it to the corner for Newpaver. Newpaver double teamed immediately. LaMagna tries to get to the loose puck, but the Blue Devils work it up to center red. LaMagna up the left wing. LaMagna back to Holleran. Holleran toward goal, saved by Shin. The rebound is buried! Shea LaMagna nuzzles that nylon. The Indians tie it at 1, and why don't you make yourself a dang quesadilla? Shea LaMagna, goal number 8 to lead Peters Township this season. And Shin had no idea where that loose puck was. So after the rough second period on Tuesday, Peters Township does give their visiting fans a big pushback here on Thursday, and we've got a new hockey game with under 11 minutes till the ice cut. Officially, it's going to be LaMagna from Holleran and Newpaver. Holleran had a goal and an assist in the win over Mount Lebanon in his return game in that win on the 25th of November. And he's got another helper against the Blue Devils here. Lawadi over the line. Burial! Jake Lawadi from distance gives Peters Township a 2-1 lead. And these pretzels are making me thirsty. Lawadi unofficially entering the top 5 in AAA scoring with his 7th goal of the season. And Peters Township turns this game on its ear with a couple of goals in rapid succession. Officially 2 goals in 39 seconds by the visitors. And it's going to be an unassisted goal for Lawadi. He had the game winner against Mount Lebanon last time out. A multi-point effort, in fact, by Lawadi in that contest. Mount Lebanon now needing an answer. Varhola from left point. To the corner, it's Kubastek. Lineham unable to keep it inside the line. And here is Lawadi. He's got Ivancic with him. Lawadi just missing upstairs. Mount Lebanon plays this puck deep into Peters Township territory with 9:20 to the ice cut. The home team changing on the fly as Dowden comes up to center. Avoids the stick of Mayer. Gives him a little extra what for as Lineham plays it defensively. Lawadi trying to go back to Kubastek. Kubastek has to scramble back now as Curta was forcing the issue. Ivancic around Varhola. Lineham from his own zone. Over everyone's head. Kubastek flags it down. Delayed offside situation for Peters Township. Negated by the touch-up behind the Mount Lebanon goal as we approach the midpoint of this Class 3A contest with a puck out of play, and the Peters Township Indians now holding a 2-1 lead. Carter Schaub redirects that puck into Mount Lebanon territory. Eberhardt to his defensive partner Conrarty. Eberhardt plays it beyond the reach of Mayer. Mayer, a veteran of USA Hockey Nationals. He's played in that big event before with his Mount Lebanon Hornets travel team. Senior Kyle Quigley, also a member of that Hornets team that participated in nationals. Indians trying to play it out in front, and Barrett was looking for a redirect, but he was well covered. Kurta takes command. Up ahead for Huff. Those two connected for Mount Lebanon's only goal of the game thus far. Out in front, it's played off the side of the post. A quick little backdoor play there to Will White. And it hits off the iron to the left of Herman and goes well out of play. Banks strong on the faceoff to stand up to Carter Manili. Bias over the line for Lebo. Bias for White. White fumbled that puck as he was trying to tee it up for the shot. Bias with it now. Bias toward goal. Puts it wide of the far post. Indians have the rebound. Lead pass for Kovac. Kovac catches up to the puck. It's played in front. Loose in front of Shin. Caputo unable to settle it down. Carter Manili couldn't get it deep. White from the neutral zone. Tied up by Manili. Maeda to center for Kovac. Kovac accompanied by Holleran. Kovac's shot blocked. Good gap control by Tran. Peters Township, meanwhile, completing a change. White up to center for Nate Tran. Tran to his forehand finds metal, but not mesh. And we've got another face-off coming up in Indians Ice. How do you watch PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV? Well, right now you could be watching on Watch. Yes, you heard me correctly. Log on to watch.tenband.tv and watch multiple live PIHL games and on-demand replays at once. Again, that's watch.tenband.tv to watch your favorite PIHL team the way the hockey gods intended. PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented tonight by Opeka Auto Repair. Peters Township with a 2-1 lead over their South Hills brethren, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. Just over 6 minutes till the ice cut here at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center. LaMagna hits Conrarty as Conrarty released that puck. From the half wall, that shot pass is deflected by a Peters Township stick and up to LaMagna. New paver from the top of the circle, kicked away by Shin. New paver, one-touch play to LaMagna. LaMagna couldn't get it on goal. Lehman at center, taken out of the play by LaMagna. Conrarty turns it over to Lawadi. Lawadi for Kubastek. Kubastek, that was blocked. Kubastek keeps it in off his ankle for Lawadi. Lawadi with a toe drag toward goal, and it's stopped and smothered by Shin. Well, Vonsic frustrated about something. Lawadi trying to go 5-hole on the Mount Lebanon sophomore, and for a moment there, it looked like he would be able to. Vonsic from the corner, approaching the final 5 minutes of period 2. To center, Nathan Tran. Tran one-on-one with Maeda. Maeda gets the better of that confrontation. Off the glass and out of play in Peters Township territory. Kurta. Tied up by Dowden. And a kick save made there by Herman off balance as Mayer fired that puck toward goal and it hit something on the way toward the Indians' cage. Played out in front, but right to Eric Schleiper. Schleiper around Lynham. Schleiper over the line has Dowden going toward goal. Centering pass broken up by Tran. Luati surveying the play. Up for Maeda. Avancic over the line. Schleiper from the blue line, directed toward goal. Not sure if Tran got a piece of that or not. Mount Lebanon camping out in front of goaltender Shin. Luati over the attacking line. Has a trailer in Avancic. Avancic in front, and it's put wide by Dowden. That puck sent out in front off Dowden's shoulder to the point for Maeda. Maeda blasts it wide. Varhola beyond the Mount Lebanon line. And who's going to win this puck battle? Ben Barrett will. He gets it deep for Peters Township. Final 3 minutes of second period play. Peters Township, 2 goals in under a minute earlier in the period to take a 2-1 lead. That's off a body. Schaub, the closest man to it. Zach Manili calling for the puck, but instead Schaub goes behind the net to Barrett. Out in front, Brady Rose trying to tee it up. Backhand try is off a sea of sticks. Varhola, I think, was the one who got it to the corner defensively for Mount Lebanon. And White will send it up to Bank. Bank slowed down by Caputo. Correction, that's Cam Caruso back defensively for Peters Township. Manili to center. Schaub trying to go to Manili. Bias strong on this puck to get it beyond his own blue line, forcing the Indians to tag up. Mount Lebanon takes advantage of that fleeting moment to get this puck deep. Blue Devils go for a line change with time ticking away in period 2. Lehman to the corner. Eberhardt with a dump in for Mount Lebanon. Lehman in the corner now. He's hit hard by Manili. Caruso emerges from that little melee and has it over the Mount Lebanon line. Caruso skating wide, entering the final minute of second period play. To the point it comes. Caruso one more time. That's blocked by Eberhardt. Eberhardt stuck to him like glue. Give him credit. Manili to Holleran. Side of the net. Oh, what a save there by Shin. Batted off the post. Oh, what a play that would have been by Caruso, but it was not to be. Chris Claxton calling for a quick change with half a minute and then some to go in the period. Indians have numbers, and they have the puck. Newpaver trying to break loose. That puck turned over to Bias. Bias 1 against 3. He's hit from behind. Play continues. Conrarty gets there a hair ahead of Newpaver with 10 seconds left. LaMagna off the glass at center. Newpaver stood up by Bank. One more chance maybe for Bias if he can beat the clock, but he can't. He did draw a kneeing penalty, however, right before the second period buzzer. Well, tripping is the official indication, but potato. Kubastek got the worst of that one, running into Bias, and he's in some discomfort with half a second left in the period, and Jeremy Church wants to know why they're letting the clock run out. Church very animated on the Mount Lebanon bench and getting the explanation perhaps they just want to buy some more time for Kubek to be tended to. And Church, I think, is upset that Mount Lebanon didn't get a chance to go for the faceoff in Peters Township ice and pull the goalie for the sixth attacker. But the point is moot now. The teams are off to their locker rooms, and we're going to cut the ice at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center with the Peters Township Indians leading the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils 2-1. Matt Popchock here for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Opeka Auto Repair.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart. Shop local. Shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayers.
Left wing. LaMagna back to Holleran. Holleran toward goal. Saved by Shin. The rebound is buried! Shea LaMagna nuzzles that knot. In that win on the 25th of November. And he's got another helper against the Blue Devils here. Lawadi over the line. Burial! Jake Lawadi. White up to center for Nate Tran. Tran to his forehand finds metal, but not mesh. And we've got Lawadi over the attacking line. Has a trailer in Avancic. Avancic in front, and it's put wide by Dowden. That puck, Eberhardt stuck to him like glue. Give him credit. Manili to Holleran. Side of the net. Oh, what a save there by Shin. Batted off the post.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Opeka Auto Repair in McMurray is what we hockey people call a seasoned veteran. Not only are they a proud supporter of Peters Township hockey on TenbandTV, but they've had the tools and the talent to get your car back into game shape since 1951. Trust the iCar trained technicians at Opeka Auto Repair in McMurray for your collision and mechanical repair needs and for the primary assist on your insurance claims. Call 724-941-6608 or visit opekaauto.com for a quick estimate. Matt Popchock back at the Mount Lebanon Ice Center for PIHL Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV, presented by Opeka Auto Repair in McMurray. Second period shots on goal. Peters Township 9, Mount Lebanon 5. Game totals, Peters Township 20, Mount Lebanon 13. Where it counts, the Indians lead the Blue Devils 2-1 in this Class 3A battle. If there is a silver lining, or so the home team hopes, it's that they get the game's first penny power play when we drop the puck on this freshly cut ice for period 3. Jack Kubistek tripped Xavier Bias. Tried to trick him, but instead he tripped him right before the second period buzzer sounded. Mount Lebanon this year 25% even on the penny power play. Good for 4th out of the 11 teams in 3.